Good morning. Welcome back to the stitching field. This is January 2nd, 2021. I hope you had a wonderful holiday and a nice new year, whatever you were able to do. I don't know about you, but I'm really hoping 2021 will be much better than 2020. I'm not sure. I think it may take a little while, but hopefully in a couple of months, things will start looking up. So I started this video showing you two of my pieces that I had framed. I framed it myself. That was the Star Wars kids and the flamingos. I gifted those to my grandchildren. They're 6 and 9, and they were just so excited. It's funny to watch little ones become excited about something they can hang on their wall. But now that Christmas is over, I thought I would show you why I got started with Haid. I was one day shopping on 123 Stitch, and I came across this pattern called Lavender Roses by Carrie Hawks. And this is just, I thought it was gorgeous. This was called a quick stitch, and I thought, oh, okay, quick stitch. Well, if anybody's done a Haid, they know a quick stitch really isn't all that quick. But it didn't take me long to fall in love. So I finished this, and I thought, that's all I want to do. I just want to stitch Haid, stitch big full coverage, not giant, big. So this is what started me on my path. But now I have to finish off patterns that I started before I got into full coverage. And that's what I'm going to try working on in between my full coverage pieces. So I'm going to show you what I worked on last month. The first one is Home Sweet Home. And I told you when I showed this to you first that I just wasn't sure about this. So the image, I'll put the image in of what it was supposed to look like and where it was last time you saw it. So you can see I made quite a bit of progress here. I have one last page to finish here, and then this top row will be done. And I was okay. I thought, all right, I'll get beyond the fact that the walls are blue instead of white. Let's see what the letters look like. So I really worked hard to get the letters in. The home looks okay. The S and the W were okay. And the first E, I thought, I'm not really keen about these colors. And then I got over here to this T and this E and this T, and I thought, this just isn't looking right. So I thought, okay, wait a minute. What I'm really drawn to are the teacup and the pitcher. They remind me of ironstone. They remind me of pieces from my childhood at my grandmother's house. So I skimmed down through the pattern. I said, let's hope those are white. And sure enough, would you believe, these same blue colors that are in this are in those. And I thought, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to stitch this. So this is a UFO, and I will salvage the rest of the fabric and call it a day. So I was discouraged, so I thought, all right, let's see what I can finish. And I picked up the Chopping Mall by the Witchy Stitcher. I needed to finish sewing. I needed to put gauge in, and then I backstitched because this gray was not showing up against the fabric. And I thought, okay, since I did that, I'll come over here and I'll backstitch around here, and I'll backstitch the boat, which I'm really glad I did. The boat really popped now. Once I got that done, I went up to the top and I started filling in. I got a few loose threads here. I started filling in the top. And you can see that's all I have left to do is just the top. Everything else is done. So I was okay with that. From there, I thought, okay, I want to work on the 4 seasons. This is by Soda Stitch. And I'll put in a picture of what this will look like when it's done. This is huge. And I'll put in a picture of what it looked like when you saw it last, which was in my whip parade. So I finished this tree. There was a little bit left in this tree. There was just a little bit of the orange colors over here. So I started working on this building, filling that in. I did a little bit under the building here. This was done. I filled in a little bit under these trees, and then I still have to fill this area in here. And then there'll be a little bit of background up here, just outlines of other buildings. And then I'll be able to start moving on. So I was real happy with that. So far, I'm at 10.72%. And the next one I worked on was Nerthus. This is my favorite piece. This is by Unconventional X Stitch. And I'll put a picture of what it will look like and where it was last time you saw it. So I still had stitches to finish in here and around the eye. And then I came over here and I started filling in all this. And I'm on the last page now. This stitch, I actually put an extra row or extra column in. So this stitch right here is the end of it. And so that's where it'll end. And then I can get on to the next page. So I was real happy with that. And then we moved on to new starts. So December is Christmas. December is my birthday. And then there's New Year's. So because I'm filming this on the 2nd, I'll even show you my New Year's start. So this is John Lennon. This is by Haid. And I was not going to start this. I had the fabric, but I had none of the threads. So I'm missing some colors. I have, like I said, I have an order in with everything cross stitch, and they'll be here Wednesday. So I thought, I'm going to start this. I thought, no, I'm not going to start this. And then I saw Darcy, and he showed his finished John Lennon. And I went, okay, that's it. I'm starting it. If you haven't seen Darcy, I'll link him below. He's hilarious. You'll enjoy him. So this is where I got to on Nerthus, or on John Lennon, I'm sorry. So then I had another new start. This one, I stumbled upon this. This is a sal for 2021. This is Animal Crossing. And my grandchildren are obsessed, and their mother are obsessed with this game. So I thought, okay, if I can get the frame done in a short amount of time, it's not too big, and if the pieces aren't, the individual blocks aren't that bad, and they aren't. I think it's 27 by 32. I forgot to count again this morning. So I got all but, you can see, all I have to do here is to finish filling in this top piece, and then it'll be ready for the first block, which will go here. This is for January. They jump around. I'll put a picture in of what this, of course, of what it will look like so far and where the months will go if you're interested. This is by Cutting Cross Stitch, and it's a free download, so you can go help yourself to that one. My next start was for my birthday, and that was Lauren Harris's house in Caldwell, Lake Superior, Ontario, Canada. This is not a very large piece. This is only 196 stitches by 168. It's full coverage, but it's not very large. So I put 3 days into this, and here's what I got. I said, missing a couple stitches here. Let's see here. There we go. So you see I put an arrow here. That would be the middle. And I put an arrow here for the middle. So you can see I've come pretty, this is the very top of it, and this is the very side border. So I don't have to go out any further. So I just have to finish filling in this, and I will have 1/4 of the pattern done. So I did that in 3 days. This should be an easy finish for this year, and I love the colors. I can't wait to get that up. Then I moved on this morning to my New Year new start, and that is Welcome to New York. And I'll put a picture in of what it will look like. So I started here with the gray, and I worked my way across. This is as wide as it will be. And then I worked my way down with this building and started filling in the windows. And another one that's working up very quickly. So then I had one last one. I have no haul for this month. I think I kind of went overboard last month. So there was no haul, but my grandchildren, the same little ones that I gave the cross-stitch pieces to for Christmas, gave me this. So I've never done a Mill Hill kit, but I thought, all right, I'm gonna start and do a little bit of it. Just pick up a strand of floss every now and then and stick it in. So since then, I've gotten the white and I've started working on some of the reds. And this I will have done for Christmas so the kids can see it was done. So my next one would be the end of my start. So the next part of my video is what I can't wait to start. And this is it. This is Pastel Reflections. I've had this for a little while. The artwork was by Douglas Greer, and it was charted by Barbara and Cheryl. So this is very old. The chart is hand-drawn. And there are 2 charts in here. There's one for the blue house and one for the cream or peach house. I'm not going to stitch the peach house. I'm only going to stitch the blue house. When I start this, I will do a giveaway for the opposite pattern, and we could stitch it together if you'd like. So that's what I'd like to be working on. It's called Pastel Reflections. Now I'm very surprised. You know, when I started my video, I had no idea how many people would actually watch. And I'm shocked that after only 2 months, I've got 150 followers. So I thought I'd like to do something special for you. So stick around to the end of the video. All I have left now are some plans. And then I've got a surprise for you. So my plans for January, let's start there. That's probably the easiest. I want to work on my Plants vs. Zombies quilt. Well, it's an Afghan, but I'm going to quilt it when it's done. My grandson, every time he comes over here, asks me, have you done any more on it? Have you done any more? So I thought, okay. Every Sunday, I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to do a little bit more on it. And just kind of surprise them, see how far we can get. Now, these are a combination of pieces that I've charted myself and pieces that I've purchased from an Etsy store called Lab Patterns. And here's another one here. So that one will be Sundays in January. Okay, then week 1, Monday through Thursday, I'm going to, the very first week of the month, I'm going to work on the chopping mall and get this finished. So like I said, I just have to finish this top. So my goal is to have this done next time I see you. And I'm going to start Yoga Dogs. And I'll insert what Yoga Dogs looks like here. That will have to be finished soon because that's going to be a gift in March. Then week 2, I'm going to work on my dahlia. And here is what the dahlia will look like. And I've restarted this because I decided that I didn't like the white background. What I wanted to do is to have a background that made the leaves look like they were blending in, and that that the flower was very vibrant and was at the top, and then as you look down, the rest of the leaves kind of blurred out. So this is what I came up with. Oops, I think that's my back. I don't think that works. Okay, so here's where I am here. So I'm hoping with this color fabric that once I put the flower on, the flower will pop and the leaves will kind of shrink into the background. So that's what I'm going to work on week 2, along with finishing the square of January for the Animal Crossing. So I'll finish that and hopefully get that top banner done, and that will be done. So week 3, I'm going to work on You Can Leave Your Hat On, and I'll put a picture in of where that will be. And here's where I am on that. It actually goes that way. So you can see I'm not real far on that. That's pretty much a new start. Now Saturdays, I will be working on Welcome to New York. And again, just to remind you, that's where I am on that. All right, so then my yearly goals by priority. The first one will be my Mill Hill. I need to get that done so that the grandchildren can see that I stitched what they gifted me. Welcome to New York. I'll pull that back out again. I will finish this because this won't take long at all. This is just one morning of stitching, so that should be fine. My next priority is Nerthus. And this is going to be a finish. And I thought at first there was no way I could finish this. I still have 70,786 stitches. And then I watched Jemima the Rocking Stitcher, and she was showing a piece of hers that has 127,000, and she said, you know, this means I have to do like 300 or 350 stitches a day. I thought, well, wait a minute, let me figure out how much that would be. So I would need to do 196 stitches or 5,899 stitches a month. And I'm not somebody who typically likes to do more than one design a day. So if I don't keep up with the daily total, I at least have the monthly total. So yeah, that's going to be done this year. My next one would be Warren Harris, which I've shown you. This also is going to be a finish this year. So there won't be, you know, that won't take long. That works up pretty fast. There's large blocks of color. There's a little bit of blending of colors in here, but for the most part, you pick a thread and you just keep working. So that will be done. My next one that will be done is one afternoon. So I have, let me start at the top. I have the entire top done, and then I work my way down, which was not smart. I was working with a hoop, so that was fine to move the hoop wherever I wanted it. But then I got a set of scroll rods, and I put it on the scroll rods, and it's hard to get the tension, excuse me, because of this being stitched. I'm doing this 2/1 on 18 count, and I still have 35,636 stitches to go. I'm at 50.9%, so I am at halfway on this one. The next finish for the year is going to be Stevie Ray. This is another Haid. And let's see, so you can see I've started here, and I've gotten to here. So this is all the further, you know, there's not a whole lot of fabric left to get the top row done. So I'm getting into his shoulder and his guitar strap, and then up in here I'll get into his hat. So I moved quite far on that one. So after that, I want to finish the dahlia. And if I finish that, I will go back and work on You Can Leave Your Hat On. I don't think I'll get that finished because that one would have 57,862 stitches yet. And I just don't think I can get that done. But we'll see, who knows? Now the rest of them I'll work in between, you know, work on John Lennon from here and there when I just feel like it. But John Lennon won't be a priority until these other bigger pieces are done. I need to have Nerthus one afternoon and Stevie Ray done, if nothing else, before I can make John Lennon a priority. I want to be a little bit better about being organized. So if I'm going to do videos for you, so I've got these cards from S. Ward Designs off Etsy. I think a lot of people have shown them, so you've probably seen these. And you can put all the details, the designer, where everything came from, any special notes on it. And I've got 2 years because I don't like to stitch for longer than 2 years, which is why I don't do the giant Haids. So that's all I have for you today. Those are my plans, my gifts, my whips. The last thing that I have for you is a giveaway. And right now with COVID, I'm in Pennsylvania. Our numbers are pretty high. I'm trying to stay away from most people. So I've decided that what I will do, and I got this idea from Dizzy Stitcher, Darren, I will purchase you a chart of your choosing. It doesn't have to be a Haid, it doesn't have to be Heaven and Earth. It can be from Artisy, it can be from, you know, one of the other online stores. So to enter for that, I want you to tell me what your favorite online shop is. And I think with everybody doing videos, I was thinking about coming back in about 2 weeks and doing the drawing, but I think I'll wait and do it on February 1st to give people time to get through all the videos that are being made right now. So that's it. Leave the word shop in your comment if you are interested. And if you have any questions about anything I've shown, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer that. You have a great day. I hope you have lots of good stitching. And I will see you soon. Thanks. Goodbye.